Hey, how's it going, everyone? Justin again. As always, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Today's topic is going to be expensive tools that failed me, and how they failed me, and how much time that I get out of this specific tool before it actually did fail. And let's just talk about it a little bit while I bring some stuff onto the table. So first item that I got is the Matco digital tire pressure gauge. I've had this thing for years, but it did take over 12 months before I noticed that on the inside here, where there's two little access holes to loosen the screws, take the screws out basically to remove the screen to change out the battery when it dies. Well, I didn't find out for over 12 months that by the time the battery had died, I needed a new battery, that this actually came pre-broken. One of the holes was actually stripped out and the screw wasn't even there. A little too late, outside of warranty, so my option was pay to have a new screen sent over and put in, or just keep running with it with the one screw. It's a digital tire gauge. Does it irritate me that's what happened? Yeah. Does it still work? Yeah. Do I have any problem with the screen falling out? No, I don't. So I just keep running with it. A little bit sad that you spent that kind of money, and shit like that happens all the time. So, all right. Other things, I don't recall how much that I purchased each one of these items for, but they're both from Matco. Anyone that has an air hammer knows you're going to end up running into situations where you're going to need a punch or a chisel, either way. And you can see I've already just shrimmed this out. You can see I've taken it over to the grinding wheel to try to clean it down a little bit, because they get to be expensive. You know, I've warrantied them out, this one out at least one time. This one I haven't warrantied out just yet. And now I don't really utilize them so much because I don't do a lot with steering and suspension. Though there are a couple of times when I do need a punch or a chisel and air hammer setup, I usually just grab Shane, who has that whole setup already, and we use his stuff. So those things burn out pretty quick. Rough example would be I've had a couple of Harbor Freight ones that lasted me about 3 or 4 times longer than these ones that I got from Matco. So these may be made out of a softer metal than the ones that I got from Harbor Freight. But just another example that expensive tools do break down. And it's hard to know what's going to actually hold up over the test of time unless someone like myself or somebody else has gone through and done the video and explained to you what their experience is with this product line. Another thing, not too happy about. Not too long ago, I want to say within the last 4 weeks, I picked this Streamlight battery up for my flashlight, and within a month, it no longer will take a charge. So I got to warranty that out tomorrow when I see my Cornwall rep. So that's sad. Another thing that I'm not too thrilled about, also got from Cornwall, was this 1/4-inch ratchet. I don't know if you guys can see this, but a lot of the chrome plating was starting to wear off, and it stabbed me in the finger a couple times. So I took it over to the wire wheel, tried to clean some of it up. Not all of it would come off. I had to take a razor blade and kind of remove some of it where my hand and fingers usually are, so that way I wouldn't stab myself again. I think I'm just going to give it back to him, have him warranty it out, and then get my money back for that thing. What a freaking waste of money. I'll never buy another Cornwall ratchet ever again. That's just my opinion. I had, first time experience with this. I was really excited about it. 72 tooth ratchet. Now realizing it's garbage, and that they need to do something about the chrome plating for sure. Now I know this isn't the exact gun. This is actually one that I had won from the Bearded Yakin giveaway once upon a time ago. But I have one similar to this at work that I use. And after, I think it was like 2.5 years of constant use, the trigger actually blew out on me one day. And I had to wait something like 1.5 years before Snap-on finally found a new tool rep to have them replace that and clean it all up. And I think it still cost me like $80 to have them fix the trigger assembly and everything else. So expensive all the same. I think these things usually go for about $300 a piece, and now you're spending about $100 for a trigger to get put back on. But they keep on ticking, and they do a great job. So I'm not going to complain too much about the product line. Just a little expensive to have somebody go through and put a new trigger mechanism in for me. Another item, now I've gone through about 4 or 5 different types of wire strippers. I've gone through a set from Harbor Freight that looked like this, that didn't work for crap. I went through 2 different sets off the Cornwell truck, the plastic style ones. I went with the metal style ones that clamp and strip, that went like that, you know what I'm saying? And then I went with this tool-aid one. So this tool-aid one did the best and has held up the longest. It has been approximately 2.5 years of running with this from tool-aid, and I'm just now getting to that point where either it's not stripping the insulation at all, or it's actually ripping the wire out. And I do try to adjust it here like you're supposed to, but still, it just, it's a tool that failed, you know, what do you want me to say? Something else were these Matco double box end ratchet flex wrenches. I absolutely love these things, okay, but one thing I don't like, and it's a flaw, I figured that out. I've already warrantied this one out one time, but it is a flaw that I'm just stuck with dealing with, unfortunately. So it's sealed on the ratchet portion. It's absolutely sealed with some kind of hardened plastic sealant here, so you can't access to this without warranting out the whole thing, right? Well, what was happening is I would go to like loosen or try to crack something loose. I go to put it back in my drawer when I was done using it. I go to get out the next time, and you know, with a ratchet wrench, you always kind of want to see what direction it goes in, so you do something like that. Well, it wouldn't move. It wouldn't go in either direction, so I didn't know until I put it on a fastener. They had some torque behind it, and it would free it up. Or, alternatively, I'd smack it on top of a hard surface and it freed up the ratcheting mechanism, so that way I can actually figure out what direction it needs to go in. So just kind of a quirk, really, more than anything else. Not too happy about it, but it's something that I'm dealing with. Something else that I picked up too was this. I picked this up a couple years back from Snap-on. I wanted it for like power steering lines and whatnot. So I like it better than some of the the ones that you can get from Harbor Freight where you slide the deal up and it pinches it off. Those ones don't work for crap. I liked it better than that, except for I would still have an issue where it would leak fluid, so it wasn't pinching it fully off. I did recently get some newer style ones from Matco that I love, love, love. So these, needless to say, are no longer in use. I leave them here at the house in case I need them, but really, I don't get any use out of them anymore. Another thing I picked up from the Matco truck that I was like, meh, whatever. I've had these for probably about a year. They're the push pin pull pliers. Okay, you can see they're not quite straight anymore. So what happened was I was removing some clips. I've probably had them for about, I don't know, 3 to 6 months around this time frame. And as I was trying to really squeeze to bite down to pull on this thing, you could see where my hand was. I was squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Well, what happened is that the handle started doing this number and I didn't know, and then eventually it just tweaked on me. So I had to take a hammer, go to the vise, pound it flat as I could to get it to where it's roughly as close as I can. Something that didn't hold up though. Another item that I have here, love this ratchet. Absolutely love this ratchet. It's one of my favorite ratchets. Had this thing for years. I can't even remember when I got this thing, but absolutely love this style of ratchet. I've had it for a long, long, long time. And it only recently broke down on me, but lucky for me, JK Canvas hooked it up. I mailed it to him, and he got the whole ratcheting mechanism fixed for me. It just was slipping teeth, and I was like, didn't have a Snap-on rep, sent it out to him. He got it taken care of, so now we're back in action. But again, it's a ratchet that I've had for many, many years, and it just recently failed, and you know, got it taken care of. So huge thanks to JK Canvas. Appreciate it, Will. Thank you. All right, guys, that's all I got for this video. Hey, look. Yes, you're going to spend money on tools. Yes, some are going to come at a cost. Some are going to last longer than others. We'll talk about it in another video. For now, these are the tools that I have had fail me one way or another throughout the years. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. See you guys next time. Deuces.